Hey guys, welcome to my channel Crochet Studio 22. In today's video, we will be making fingerless gloves or hand warmers, however you wish to call them. So I'm not gonna make this longer, and we're just gonna drop right into the making. So I have my yarn ready, my needle, and my scissors. We will be needing that in the end. I am using today a Liz Midi white color and a crochet hook needle number 5. Okay, so throughout the whole video I want to tell you this is the very extremely very friendly, beginner friendly project. So if you are really very new in the crochet, if you just started, you want to make something that you can wear yourself, you can gift it, you can show off and say, hey guys, I made this. This is really something great for you, because it is extremely simple, and for the whole and entire project we will be using only one kind of stitch, and that is the single crochet. So believe me guys, there is nothing more simpler than this except the scarf. And so let's get going. So we will start with our chain, okay, foundation chain. So what we are going to do is we're going to take our yarn and we are going to make the first slip stitch. So we're going to make a loop, okay, like this, make a loop, hold it, put the yarn behind like this, and put your needle through, take these two yarns, pull tightly, tie it up. Okay, now we go on to make our chain. So whatever is on your hook are the loops, whatever you're holding in your hands are the stitches. So we go on into making the first loop. We yarn over and we pull it through. That's our first stitch. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So I will be making a total of 30 stitches. So far I made 3. That will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we come to an end, I will tell you how to measure the length of your foundation chain. So if you're working with thicker or thinner yarn, then you can decide and measure for yourself how many chains you need. Okay, so I have my chain of 30, and because we are making the fingerless gloves or hand warmers, so they will be going from here till, let's say, here or here, whichever the size you want. Maybe you want them to be longer till your knuckles, till here. Maybe you want them to be longer to go all the way until your elbows. So basically the chain that you are making is determining how long, is determined by the size of a fingerless glove you want it to be. So I want mine to go like this. I like it to be till my knuckles, and like this. So for me, that is the chain 30. It doesn't matter, do you have your number of the chains odd or even. It is just important to remember how many chains you had in the beginning. So throughout your project, from time to time, you can go on and count your stitches in order to remain the same number of stitches throughout your project. So I have 30, and I am going to now chain one more. And as you probably already know, we'll be working single crochet, but I am not working in this loops here. I never do, really. So what I want you to do is flip your work, and as I say in my each and every video, you see these little bumps here. So if you put your work like this, flat down, okay, let me grab this. So if you put your work flat down, you see these little bumps, this one, this one, this one. This is where I want you to put your hook in. So from the close-up, from the side, this is the good side, you can see that they look like little bumps, okay? So let me show you. So you don't go into the very first here, you go into the second. So if you put your finger under it, you can see that there it is, this little bump. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and you make a single crochet. Next one, here it is. Yarn over, make your single crochet. Okay, let's go one more time into this little bump. Put your hook, take your yarn out. You have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through. And we will do this. We will do this till the end of our row. So just continue in these little bumps. Keep on making your single crochets, and when you come to an end of the row, I will be waiting you there. Okay, I've come to an end of my first row. This is how it looks like. Okay, and what I want you to see is this is how it looks from the top. Okay, this is, maybe if I close this light would be better. Yeah, for you to see. Yes, better. So this is your top row and this is your bottom. Because we made our single stitches into those little bumps, our bottom stayed beautiful like this. And that is the reason why we are in the foundation chain always chaining. No matter which stitch you are doing, we are always going into those little bumps, so our end can look this beautiful. So what we are going to do now, we are not chaining anything or anything like that. We are just going to pull it out a little bit, turn our work, and we are going to put the chain 1 into this very first stitch. But you know, usually we go under like this, so we go under these 2 loops here, but that's not what we are going to do now. Okay, so we are not going under both of the loops. We will go under just one, but not the first one, the back one. We go there, yarn over, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's go again. Okay, this is how it looks from the top. This is the side. So you don't go with your hook under both of them. With your hook, you go into this back one. So you have just 1 loop. This one, yarn over, pull, you have 2 loops on the hook, make your single crochet. And we go again, not in this boat, so just the back one. So what we are doing now, we are placing single crochets back loop only. Okay, remember this term. This is widely used. It really, for you when crocheting, really doesn't make any difference. You are still doing your single crochet throughout the whole project. The whole difference is that you're not putting your needle like this from the side, like from this side like this. You're not doing that, but you're going from the top into the back loop only. And like this, we will go throughout the whole row till the end of our row. So just in this back loop, keep on making your single crochets till you reach the end of the row, and I will meet you there, guys. We are at the end of our row 2. So what we are going to do now is exactly the same what we did before. We are just going to pull our yarn a little bit out, turn our work, and into this very first stitch from where our yarn is coming out. Yes, that one, the back loop. Okay, not both of them, just the back loop. Put your needle in, take your yarn, and make a single crochet. And then I'm just trying to catch the good light to show you guys. Okay, and then into the second one, back loop only, make a single crochet, back loop only. And this is what you will be doing the entire time. You will just go, no chains, nothing, no changing of the stitches. You don't need to do anything special. You just need to know how to do a single crochet, and you need to put that single crochet into the back loop only. And you need to keep on alternating this from row to row. Okay, it is really easy. You can make this in one afternoon, sitting with your cup of coffee or tea, whichever you like. And it can be really a very good gift, something that you can wear daily. It can be one of your first projects you will be proud of. So it is really nice and really easy. There are many other ways to do this with a different kind of stitches, but this is the most beginner friendly one, and still to look good and to get that nice texture, not to when you finish your work, not to look so basic, but to have this nice texture on it. So we are at the end of this row, and okay, so I'm going to stop here, and I want to show you that we are getting this really nice ribbing. This is the texture I was telling you about. We are getting this because in each and every row we are placing our single crochets into the back loop only. Okay, so keep on making them. Okay, so just to show you, this is okay, so this is my size. Okay, and just keep on making them until you make enough rows that with your piece you can wrap it like this. Okay, like this around your hand, arm, because we'll be joining them like this. Okay, I will show you. So when you make enough, pause this video, keep on doing your single crochets, back loop only. When you make enough to wrap it around your wrist, then come back to this video and I will be waiting you there with my piece finished to the desired size. Okay, and we're back with our finished piece. This is how mine looks like. See, we got this beautiful texture. It looks like it's done in the ribbing. Each rib is consistent of 2 single crochets. We managed to get this texture by working the single crochet in the back loops only. So remember this, it's really beautiful pattern if you want to make a scarf or anything else. So I've done the total of 28 rows. So each rib is the 2 rows. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So let me show you how I measured mine. Okay, so I just put it like this. I put my hand here and I flip it like this. And yes, you can see there is an opening when it is flat like this. I'm just gonna stretch it out a bit because, you know, the hand is not the same size everywhere, okay? And it is better to be a bit tighter rather than to be loose on your hand, because otherwise when you put them like this, they're just gonna fall off. Trust me, I tried. So let's go to joining the pieces. So first, what we're going to do, we are going to leave our work like this, okay? So leave your work. It doesn't matter where is your tail. It is important to leave your work where you have the complete rib and complete rib here in the bottom row or this row. So if I flip my work, let's say like this, you will see that this here is like a half of a rib and this here is also half of the rib. So if I put it like this, if I just flip it, then you see this is a complete rib and this is the complete rib. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our yarn and we will be joining by this length and this length, okay? So I take my yarn and I put it like this, and I do that, one more time and just a little bit more, okay? And this is where we cut, okay? I know that it looks like we have a lot of yarn, but trust me, we will need it. So the first thing you want to do is, this is how you finish, okay? This is your loop. So what I want you to do is to take your hook, put it in like you're about to work, okay? I want you to, one second, yeah. So I want you to yarn over, pull through, and pull through your whole entire yarn through, and tight it up by pulling this down a little bit, okay? So now that we have our work, put it like this, that see, complete ribs. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip it like this, okay? So this is our work and we're flipping it like this. Now we are going to join our pieces, and you see this row has this little loops here and our other row has exactly the same, okay? So what we will be doing when you work a single crochet, right, you go with your needle under the both loops like this. Here we won't be doing this. What we will do, we will, in the first part, we will put our loop in the first loop, okay? So in the front loop like this, and in our second piece we will put it, just find it to show you where is the light, in the back loop like this, okay? You know the loops, you've been working through them the whole time throughout this project. So hold your yarn just like this, and let's go in the front loop and in the second piece in the back loop. We yarn over and we pull through, and that is one. And now we go again, we go again in the front loop, and then we go in the back loop, and we have 3 loops on the hook, 1, 2, and 3. We will yarn over and we will pull through all 3 loops, okay, like this, and then like this, and that is two stitches. And now we go again, 1, and the front and the back. Again, we have 3 loops on the hook. We yarn over and we pull through all 3, and that is 3 stitches. And again, let's see, front loop, and here it is, the back loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, and that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that is 4. I will be doing 7, and I will explain you why when I finish them. So that is 4, and then we're doing here again, front loop, back loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and again, see, here it is, front loop, look at it here, back loop, 3 loops on the hook, pull through all, and for me, one more, back loop, sorry, front loop, back loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through. So I did the total of 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why? Because when I put it on like this is how long I want it to be. If you want your piece to go more further, to cover your fingers as well, just join it more, okay? Just do more stitches. If you want to go like more down, like maybe like this, then just do less stitches. That's really it. So now what I want you to do is put your hook back, and we are not going into the loops. We will just yarn over and pull our yarn completely, okay? And we are going to tighten it up a little bit, not too much, okay? Just push it down, just like this, okay? So now put your hand through and measure how big opening for your thumb do you want. Do you want a bit bigger opening, smaller one? So whatever you do, just hold it like this, okay? And then pass your grip. Remember which stitch you're holding. It's this one. Hold it, take your hand out, and then just count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for me, that is 7 stitches. And for me, that is, I close the 7 stitches, I will leave open 7 stitches. And how we are going to do this without cutting the yarn, weaving it in and everything else. So again, we're gonna put the yarn around our finger, and we finish here, and this is our next stitch. We're going to put our needle properly under both loops, and we're going to pull through. And in the next needle, in the next loop, again, we're going to put our needle in like this, yarn over, and just pull it through this loop. We're going to make a slip stitch, okay? So that is 2, and I go again, I put my needle in, yarn over, and pull 3, and again 4, don't tighten it up, 5, keep it loose, 6, and that is 7 for me. So keep it loose, guys, okay? You don't want to tighten it up and scrunch your work. And now, so we're skipping 7 and we are working in the 8th stitch, which means that at the bottom one, we need to count, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the 7th one, and we are working into the 8th. Okay, so I take my loop and into the 8th, not under both, just a front loop. And here you see, this is your next one from the top, the back loop. And we continue joining our piece together. So we go front loop, back loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 of them, and again, and we do this till the very end. Again, guys, just remember, this is a part where you're just joining 2 pieces together. You don't need to tie it up, you know, really strongly, because it's going to lose the shape. It's going to become like this. You don't want that. You want it to be nice, flat and straight. Okay, and don't worry about opening. They're not gonna open. They're not. You're not gonna have any holes in it or anything. So just like this, we are going till the end. So we are going front loop, back loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Make sure not to skip any stitches. Okay, that is very important. And I am almost at the end. And this is my last stitch. So I've made my last stitch, and again, in order to finish, I will yarn over and just pull through my loop, pull all the yarn out, and I will tie it up. I like to tie it up not by just pulling it. I can, but then it pulls as well the work. I like to take the yarn like this, and this knot here, with my fingers, I like to pull it down. Okay, so the work stays nice and flat. So as you can see, here is my tail from my foundation chain. Okay, this is, you see, this is how much yarn it stayed for me. So I'm just gonna cut it here. Okay, this is the yarn from my foundation chain. So if you have the situation like I do now, if you don't, that is also okay. You can have one tail here and one tail here, both are good. But if you have them on the same side, what I like to do is just make a knot like this. Don't tighten it up too much, just close it. And now we need to weave in our ends. Always do that either with a tapestry needle or with a crochet hook, but in this case, take a small hook. Don't do it with a hook you've been working. I've been working with a needle number 5, and I think that the number 2 will be too small, so I'll go with a number 3. Okay. So what you want to do is the only purpose is hide the ends, just to hide the tails, nothing else. Okay, so I will just go, okay, with my needle like this. You can do 1 by 1 stitch. I will show you that on the other tail. And don't pull too much. The purpose is to hide it. And cut off. Okay. So now with the second tail, let me show you. Just find, I don't know, can you see properly? Okay. So just find any of these loops. So put your needle through one loop, take your yarn like this, and pull it through that loop, and then find another one. I don't know, for example, this one. Take your yarn and pull. And again, the purpose is just to hide the yarn. I don't like cutting the yarn so close to the knots. I'm always afraid they are going to open. So I always leave a little bit of tails, and I just hide them. I weave them in the work. Okay, believe me, they're not visible. They're not visible at all when you are working. So that is enough. And now you're just going to cut off. So we did this. Okay, it is done. And this is how they look like. Okay, so we don't need to turn them inside out, upside down. So as you can see, this is where we did, you see, this is where we made our joining, and it blended into the ribbing that we made, into the texture that we made. Also, the edging around, it has really nice edges. And you can do this in any color, in any yarn. This is right after this video, it is going to my older son, because he said that it looks like superhero gloves, and that's what he needs for his imaginary fights. So yeah, but again, this is the most simplest way to do them. They don't look simple though, but it is simple to do them. If you are interested, please write me in the comments, would you like to use any other design to make the fingerless gloves? Are you interested into making the full gloves with the fingers and everything? I think they would look cool as well. I hope you like it. I hope you use this video to make your own warmers. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!